So they were quite steady.
Generally, the warships were 70 to 90 feet. The NARs, I'm Dave Sagermark. I'm captain of the Viking ship Norseman, which is behind me. And we come from Philadelphia area up to the Scandinavian Folk Festival for many years now.
So David, how did you get interested in this game?
My father was born in Sweden. Of course, I always knew that Leif Ericson was the first discoverer of North America. However, my teachers thought differently back in the day, until '61 when they made the discovery of the Viking village up in Lancel Meadows, which is at the very northern tip of Newfoundland.
So part of the mission here is just really educational, aside from...
That is our mission. Is we're a 501c3 nonprofit devoted to the education of the fact that Leif Ericson was the first European to come to North America.
As a practical matter, how do you know what this ship looked like?
There are many museum finds that have been made in both in Oslo, Norway, in Sweden, and also in Denmark. The most active is down in Roskilde, Denmark,
right,
where they replicate from the ruins an actual Viking ship, and then they sail it and row it out in their fjord there to test them out. And it's a really neat museum if you ever get over there to go see it.
Now we're looking at a ship here. Is this half-size, did you say?
It's a half-size working model. I term it that way because it's not a replica in the fact that it's a fiberglass hull, but the fiberglass hull was made for us over in the Isle of Man in the Irish Sea in the United Kingdom, and then shipped over here. The mast that we bought was from a ship up in Massachusetts, and the sail was made for us by a firm over in New Jersey. Those are the three parts that we purchased. The rest of it was built by our volunteer crew.
And you're based out of Philadelphia?
Yes, we are. Western suburbs, Delaware County area.
How would you been reception as you've been going around from festival to festival showcasing this thing?
It's always a good reception. People love to look at the boat, and especially when it's in the water, they love to see it sailing. So.
And you were sailing a little bit earlier this weekend.
On Thursday, we launched at Long Point State Park, sailed down to Bemis Point, had a short lunch there, and then headed up to Chautauqua Institution. And then when we left the Chautauqua Institution, after about a half an hour, we sailed across the lake and passed by the Viking Club and a few other settlements on the eastern side of the lake, I guess it is.
Are you looking for volunteers?
Always looking for crew members. They can contact us through our website at www.vikingship.org or write to me at info@vikingship.org, and we'll be glad to get you the information that you need to join the organization.
What's a question you often get?
Does it really sail? It absolutely does really sail. It's a very sea-kindly boat. It's not big enough to take out on the open ocean or in real stormy seas, but we know her limits after 19 years and try not to reach those limits.
What's a question that nobody ever asks you? I mean, the one that gets away saying, you're shocked that nobody asks that question.
I don't think it's not been asked. We get a lot of different questions from a lot of different people, anywhere from those very young ages up to very old adults, and it's amazing the variety.
I'm looking at the front of the boat here. What am I looking at here?
You're looking at our figurehead, the Odie, we call her.
Right.
For two reasons. Odin was a god of Viking age, and Odie is a very neat character with his tongue always hanging out in Garfield comic strips. So we try and keep it a little bit light.
Yeah.
Odie just went through a transformation or reincarnation, whatever you want to call it, in that the original Odie was pretty heavily rotted, and a bird had bored a nest above his right eye. So we had to rebuild him from the jaw up,
Right.
so to speak, and did that this spring. This is the first time we've had her exposed to the elements, so to speak.
Well, we're honored that it's here. Also, I am looking at what I would describe this as a warbird or
A raven.
raven.
Stylized, Viking stylized raven. The ravens were thought, well, number one, they were pets of Odin, the god, but they were also used as a rudimentary navigational tool, in that their sense of sight and smell is very keen, and they could pick up land at 150 miles. So the Vikings would go out for a day's sail and be going along, and they'd throw up a raven after the first day, and he would probably circle the ship and then head back to where they came from.
Right.
So they'd go out another day, he'd circle the ship and come back to the ship. Excuse me. And then another day you'd circle it and fly forward to from the ship. So they would follow his line of flight to the next landmass. And they generally island hopped as they went across the North Atlantic.
Now, is that the same raven that's at the top of the mast here too? Is that
Yes, that's a little different one. It's more modern style. But we've had that pennant ever since our first boat, which was called the Robin, the Raven. And that was a home-built 26-foot model.
Yeah.
This is a commercially built 40-foot model.
Okay, this has been outstanding. Thank you and good luck, and I appreciate you coming here.
Thank you very much. I'll look forward to seeing this on YouTube.
You will. Thank you.
What happens is people walk up the ladder, get on the deck, and nobody can get off their ship again. And then people feel sorry. They're up on the ladder. There's a man there filming. Look.